All right. Hey, brothers and sisters, what's up? Okay. Turns out that this particular hotel, when it comes to me trying to get something done, has been the bane of my existence. All right. So let me get the message out to everybody because obviously things have changed. All right. So my service in this particular hotel has been messed up from the word go. All right. One of the things I have to say when I really give my review, it's been really, this has been a really jacked up hotel experience. Um, all the way down to me not being able to do the work. So basically, I got one other place to go with this. Um, just a horrendous experience. All right. All right. And so let me see if I can kind of salvage a lot that has been lost here. Um, I don't even know what to say about this hotel experience right here. Um, kind of had an incident in the way that I get my hotels. In the way that I get my hotels, I prepay way in advance. And I pay in a way that I pay all the fees and stuff up front. And then first thing that was really bad was they tried to charge me some extra fees. I don't know if Francisco kind of paid it to calm me down because I wasn't letting it happen. But then I reported it, and then Travelocity wanted to know, were they trying to do it? That's why I like to go through them, because then you don't get to where you get to and have them pull some shenanigans like that. All right, and they want Travelocity want to know because that's a deal breaker for them. And I think another lady was having such a problem. Hold on for a second. All right, and so I got to do this. What I did was, I had um, okay. So let me share this now. Okay. All right. So look like we kind of got the ball going a little bit. Hopefully the brothers on the email kind of understand what's been going on. All right. And so let's get this worked out. All right. So I don't know who's in here yet, and I'm gonna continue with the discussion. All right, I see that a few of you made it back. All right, so I'm gonna send out the new link to everybody because this is just pitiful. This is just downright pitiful. All right, so now I have to go back to my emails and make sure because I have a lot for y'all to see. All right, I really have a lot for y'all to see. Blow this Simp Kim right out of the water. All right. So so basically, hopefully my internet. Okay. Let's see if I can get back to the regular internet. And so basically, I'm gonna just have to put the word out that I'm in a different space. And here's the really crazy thing, right? On my computers, it's like somebody has taken over my computers. But you know, that's what our state do. That's what the United States does. All right, they do that to more people than not. If you're trying to wake up the people, because really the US would prefer that you stay asleep, that you stay ignorant, that you stay away from guys that trains you and and tells you, you know what, it's all about uh, is all about us getting back to thinking. All right, now then you get attacked on a few fronts. All right, so let me say this live now. All right, so what I had to do was I had to move from my room. I had to move from my room to kind of get to here. All right, and so I had to do a few changes. All right, but it looks like I kind of moved into a spot where I'm gonna have kind of a smoother go of it. So let me go on ahead and delete the old video. Or I'm gonna just leave it up. I'm gonna just leave it up as is. All right, not even gonna mess with it, right? And as we get into this, all right, let's start putting this Kim character on blast. All right, first of all, this dude is disingenuous. He really don't have beef with me, because really he's not even on my level. All right, but I will tell you what's happening. A lot of these simps are finding out, And this is what makes you truly a simp and a sellout. They are trying to make money by getting the audience of black women. All right, which is pretty easy to do. All you got to do is tell the black woman that the truth that the guy's telling on the channel, that you think is making you look bad. Never mind, it's your own behavior that got people to look into why you're being so just ornery. Never mind that. It's because the simps don't want the black woman to have responsibility, and the black woman don't want to have responsibility. So it's a win for the black woman, and it's a lose for the simp. It's because now they lose all credibility. All right. Um, and all manner of whatever dignity they had. It turns out then they just don't have any. And so that's what we're getting into with this dude here. He just don't have dignity. None. And here's the thing. Everybody that I helped start probably got more views by now than me. Their channels are growing faster because no one is intentionally slowing them down like they're doing me. And as you see, I don't really care because at the end of the day, I'm like this. The people, the diehard people that really want to get at the truth, they're still here, right? They are still here. All right. I'm still doing videos. All right. Um, Nobody can really say anything about it or just handle this heat that I'm putting down, except for righteous brother who are glad that this heat is going down. All right. When you really think about it, at the end of the day, it ain't about, we have all these sayings, well, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Oh, it's worse than that. We have dudes that are directly standing up to lie against those that they know are telling the truth. All right. Now, you have Hosea. It says, my people perish for lack of knowledge because they reject knowledge, right? And that's what's happening here. These dudes are straight up not looking at videos. Why? Why aren't they looking at videos? They're not looking at the videos so that they can have an out. All right, I want y'all to understand that. So, and even if they did watch my channel, right? Because the guy in question here, he has watched my channel. Else, how would he know what to complain about? Okay, so he has watched my channel, and so basically, as we get the new link out. Okay, hold on for a second. All right, let me see. That ain't what I wanted. All right, so what I want to do is let me go back in here and All right, let's do this. Edit post. All right, and so all right, live now, new link. All right, so buenas noches. All right, so here we go. All right, y'all, I think we are back on board now. All right, I think we might be back on board. All right, and it is not showing up. I'm starting to hate Facebook too. Okay. All right. So let's see. It says I shared the link. All right. So let me. All right. Look like I'm gonna have to sign up and log back in. This is dang pathetic. Okay, got it. All right. So all right. So let me all right. Let me let everybody know I'm back. All right, and so here's how sorry the dude is. He even went after Mimi. All right, that's when you are a sorry sack of a man when you go after the woman complaining about how she from another country and it sounds like somebody that is highly irate that they can't do what the other brothers are doing. All right, and this is in the face of the crap that they're trying to defend. All right, when you really think about it, right? When you really think about it, these women that they are trying to defend ain't really trying to be with them or a man, period, because they think they're the man. All right, and so here's the thing: the women that think they're the man are able to get some sucker simps to come and defend them. against their own wickedness. All right. And so that tells you how deep this rabbit hole goes. It ain't even a rabbit hole. This foolishness goes. Let's not call it foolishness either. Let's call it what scripture call it, wickedness. All right. All right. So let's free speech. All right. So as I just be patient with me real quick, because based because my internet was so effed up in my room. All right, I had to move, so I'm not in my room anymore. Um, yeah, I get morale. Okay, I had to move to another section of the hotel. I had to come down to the first floor. All right. All right. So okay, last one. All right. So I mean, here we go. All right. All right. Send down to the usual suspects. I got to do it a little bit at a time. All right. So thank y'all for being way patient with me. All right. So, Nisi, what's up, Yadiah? All right. And I still see that I have some wickedness going on now. All right. So, see if I could get some people back that I lost. All right. All right. So, okay. So let's get back into this. All right. So we putting this dude Kim on blast, right? These are the women that they are throwing down capes for right here. All right, this is who they speaking for. These are women that want to be men, that pretty much tell them by their look and everything that they wanted a homeboys. So I don't understand how this is who you're defending, right? But like I said, these dudes have no part of righteousness in them, right? And so, hey, I'm like, well, whatever. All right, well, whatever. But we got a very, very, very significant problem here. All right. And it's significant to the point where people don't really realize what's going on. And while everybody is trying to throw down their capes for these women that's been killing us off, literally, all right, no one is standing. You don't have many of them simps trying to stand with good. men. All right, now, oh man, did I leave my thing up there? All right, a couple of things I wanted to define. I don't know if y'all paid attention to this. Thank you. Thank you. You knew where I just. No, that's not the whole thing. Let's get the whole thing of that Hosea 4 and 6. All right. We're going to get the whole thing because the whole thing is kind of an eye opener. When you look at the whole thing of Hosea 4 and 6, it isn't that they lack knowledge that is why they're being destroyed. All right. Hold on. See, we often quote that. We often quote that, right? But not in its entirety. If you quote it in its entirety, it shows you a whole new meaning. All right. Dang, got to get rid of 14 spaces. All right, this is the entirety of Hosea 4 and 6. I got to find 5 more spaces. All right, where am I going to find them? There's my 4 spaces. Booyah, bada boom, bada bing. All right, this is the whole thing. My people have perished for lack of knowledge because you have rejected knowledge. So it isn't that they perish for lack of knowledge. They lack the knowledge because they chose to reject it. That's what we're talking about with this boy right here. All right, and when I say boy, I do mean boy, because I'm not going to sit up there and call this sorry excuse for a male a man. All right, and then my other problem with this is this. The guy will go on his channel and lie about the content of another man's channel, having seen it and understanding what the man really does, still lie. All right, understand this. What's up, Daniel? Thanks for coming back. All right, understand this. So this guy, he understands what I do. All right. And this is how I know this. One of the things he tried to condemn was the fact that I asked for help to do what I do. Now, as y'all know, I do that because I wanted this to be our community thing that we do here. So that's why I write everybody's names on the balls. That's why I try to get people involved, whether they're sharing videos, donating $5, $6 here. And as y'all know, the first thing I want y'all to do before you donate is make sure y'all taking care of your family, because we want that on our record too, that the dudes that's holding things up, taking care of their business, they child support checks like me. All right. You know, I doubled up on the check I sent in because I know I wasn't going to be there. All right. All right. So basically, this is where we are, right? And so you got the clown patrol, right? And what they do, all right, what they do is they go forth, all right, in order to try to make money off of other people's backs. All right, what he sees is I have more subscribers than him. All right, he's getting a lot of talking about me, and he's going to get that. But here's the thing, it's wickedness. And so why would I want to be the D police? The other thing he was upset about is me, that I left the country and got somebody from somewhere else and then talk derogatory about that. See, that would have left his quite large behind some broken teeth in the streets. And don't think it wouldn't if something were to happen, if things cross paths. See, here's the thing. With this new group of Simps, they are, in their mentality, not for the Afro community, right? They're not for men that are doing anything. As a matter of fact, if you're doing something as a brother, they will come out against it. Understand what I'm saying? If you are doing something as a brother, these dudes will come out against it. Hey, what's up, DK Phantom? And so I'm about to bust this dude's bubble. All right, we had a couple of things that he attacked. First of all, he tried to hit one of his people said, I need to be talking to these deadbeat fathers. We're gonna get into that. They said I was lying about it, but they knew I wasn't because I didn't give an opinion. So it's a big old rusty dude sitting, I don't know, somewhere, not using any kind of thing to debunk anything that I'm saying, just his feelings. And his feelings is supposed to debunk all the research that I've been doing. All right, this is how sorry these black female led, modern day, jacked up, non thinking Negroes have. This is how sorry they really are. All right, how do you not try to debunk? If you're going to make a channel to go against me, all right, because it's one thing to come on my channel, and then he tried to advertise his video on my channel. Some of the guys know who I'm talking about, this Kim dude, because he went and he tried to advertise his videos against me on my channel. And if he made any money by some of the stuff that he said, and I was making money, I would sue him for libel. Now, I will call a liar if something I know that you know is the truth. Like when these women do the false rape, they know they lying when they do it. They know they're lying when they do it. But you still got this dude that's okay with a man losing 10 years of his life, an NFL career, college career. Think about that for a minute. These dudes are okay with all of that. But, and think about this, but even say the truth about the modern black woman. Tell the truth a little bit. Then you have a problem. You know what I forgot to do? In my haste to get this back up here before I really um, really get into this, I forgot to greet everybody that's up in here. All right, so let me do that real quick. All right, so what's up? All right, who do I have in here right now? All right, what's up? New riding, you mad, grow some hair, Captain Marble, USMC vet, Semper 5. What's up, Nisi Ross? Smiley Man. All right. Mira Moore. Um, your diet. What's up? What's up, David Bowman? Gotcha, Daniel. DK Phantom. Freelance Ronin. All right. So we got enough of us in here. So let's get the rolling. Let's make this dude look stupid. All right. He's already a simp. All right. He's already a simp. Now, remember, as I pretty much say, all right, yeah, I appreciate the donate, young boy 24. I appreciate the donations because it's saying when I come over here and do what I do that y'all seen that I'm doing, um, we're doing it as a group, and that was the intent. Because truth be told, I could have saved up enough and did it by myself and say, "Oh, I'm the only black man that's acting right in the United States." But I know that's not true. That's why I don't think every woman is bad. I just think so many are so bad that it's not worth to spend your whole life, because most of us spent almost our whole life trying to find a decent woman. If you get 40 years old and you still ain't found one, then it's time to move around and look elsewhere. All right. And that's the straight truth. I'm serious. Um, and a good Afro man should not waste his life away searching through garbage to get to the steak. And we're agreeing that the steak do exist, but because it's only a steak, right? It isn't like we have a whole lot of options. Our only options is to leave. And go somewhere else. And that's his other problem. Okay. So his other problem was I said we need to leave and go somewhere else. Find someone else, right? And then he had a problem with the color, right? Now, when you look at these how they said these red bones, all right, they red bones because they got a lot of white in them. So when these dudes holler no, it's a red bone. What are they talking about? Are they talking about the same one drop rule? Because if they talking about the same one drop rule that they gravitate to these red bones about, that they was excited about Merkel, then they shouldn't talk about anybody. That anyone that's Afro in the United States talk to in Brazil, because 82%, baby, trace their lineage back to slavery. 82%. 64% claim out and outright black. I try to tell them, you know, you're Afro. They say, okay, yeah, we black. All right. Now, you got kind of the same brainwashed type mentality over here that you have in the United States, kind of on steroids because of what Brazil did in 1920 and books that were written on how to do that. All right. And so basically, that's what you have here. All right. So let's start breaking down these little myths, these little issues that this jacked up ADA dude had. All right. And while he's depolicing, um, first of all, let's break something down here. All right. The first problem we have. The first problem we have is this. Let me find them. Where is he at? Ah, there he is. This is the first problem we have right here. This is from Countdown to Extinction. Hear him out.
Explain what it is, why we are where we are, and what will happen if we don't affect that number.
Well, just to say so that your listeners would understand, the Hispanic woman, each Hispanic woman has 3.4 children, or almost 4 children. Each Hispanic woman, at least 3. Caucasian women have 2. Every Caucasian woman has at least 2 children. The African American woman now is having 1.97, meaning she's not at replacement rate. We are not at replacement rate because 2 people should have another 2 people to replace themselves. Okay, so we are below that for the first time in our history being on this terra firma. And so you have to understand that is direct.
Can y'all hear that?
To our high abortion rate. Now also remember this, because this is key. That number in 2002 by the U.S. Census includes citizens from the island communities, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Haiti.
All people of color.
Yes, all people of color. So you gotta understand, that means the indigenous black man is near extinction.
So did you hear what he said? The indigenous black man is near extinction. Again, so what's the beef? As the old Wendy's women used to say, where's the beef? Okay, here is the beef. Right here. USDA grade A choice. All right, and while I have the beef up, let me explain with this chart. I want to show y'all something with this chart. Okay, I want y'all to have an understanding. All right, so with this chart, you see violent crimes. That's their way of letting y'all know that these are crimes where black people died. Okay, these are crimes where black people died. All right, because that's what this chart about. African American deaths in 73. This was put out in, let me get when it was put out. Okay, I think this was put out in 2002. I didn't catch that part of it, but the figures are based on cumulative statistics provided by the U.S. Center for Disease Control National Vital Statistic Report. All right, so that sounds real official, right? All right, so you got the black women engaged in legal genocide. Thank you for that terminology, USMC vet. They are engaged in legal genocide. You got the simps coming against brothers like me saying that I'm lying when I'm putting these charts up. But wait a minute, they're lying. One of us, some of us, somebody got to be lying, because they're saying I'm lying, but I'm putting up charts and telling you I'm getting my data from here. And he's talking out of his feelings trying to say that my channel is lying. Him and the rest of the simps on his channel. So he has a channel full of simps, right? And black women, right? And they think they're going to curry favor of those women. And I don't care if they do or don't, because I don't want them. I don't want any wicked woman. I'm not saying all black women are wicked, though, because we got some wonderful sisters on this channel. They just live too far away. All right. They just live too far away and too unavailable. All right. Exactly. That's the problem. They don't like, oh dang, what's up, two trap? All right. Right. The black woman put on child support, the white girl didn't. Thanks to his robot women. All right. And so basically, this is the genocide. Now, let's get into the meat of um, the stupid dude's complaint, right? Or his out and outright lie. Now, as y'all know, I've always put up data. So to refute the data that I put up, and the very data that I put up was this data right here, right? I put up data showing that the Afro male, again, according to Caucasian and black people, by most measures, black fathers are just as involved with their children as other dads in similar situations, or more so, according to a new report by the National Center for Health Statistics. By who? The National Center for Health Statistics. Understand that. And we're leading almost in every category of goodness. All right. So he says that I'm lying, but really, is he saying that the um, National Center for Health Statistics is lying? You see what I mean? All right. So this is his other problem with dealing with me. I'll put you on blast and make you look stupid. All right. You might not look stupid to you and your little cronies, because they don't know any better, because they just as dumb as you are. You understand? That's why they run the channels like that. All right. And so he's going to try to, now, eventually, what he needs to do, I'm going to tell you what he needs to do. What he needs to do is he needs to get 1,000 subscribers, right? And he has to have a watch time of 40 something hours. So he has to get 4,000 something, 4,020 views, viewing hours or something like that, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I used to listen to that, right? Um that's the point. These Simps have been done by the black woman so that we never rise as a nation. But I'm gonna tell you how the hell we rise as a nation, Daniel. We kick them to the curb, not deal with them, move to the side, and do it ourselves without them. You understand? Our biggest problem is us. Even when we get together as so-called good brothers, right? Some of the times we got to let another brother teach something, especially when he knows something. And we're not good at doing that. All right. And we hate when certain brothers know a lot of stuff. For some reason, we really do not like the brothers that know a lot of stuff. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. Mm. Um, See, the difference between me and that dude is I care enough about my brothers is because I know it's the brothers that has the most to do with the community, right? Because the sisters ain't doing nothing but destroying it. If you look down here, you see that 32 cents? A whopping 32 cents, right? I want y'all to look at this. You see, my monetization was enabled, right? But when you look up here, look down here, yeah, you see I turned it off. Why? Because I was not going to allow these BAWs to keep going after my channel and taking it down to keep the truth hidden. All right, just wasn't having it, right? And I said, well, for what I do, one is a mission, is a movement, right? So I want us to know the truth about ourselves, not what people are saying. And I want us as brothers to research the truth of what's really been going on. All right. I really wanted us to understand what's really been going on. Now, one of the, one of the things one of the things that one of the things that we keep forgetting is there are other people that have an impact on how our community came to what it is. All right. And this is one of those people. You may know her as Gloria Steinem. Pay attention. How she describing her time working as a CIA operative. And who did she consign? Yes, our own black woman, and had the Black Panther Party and all of the nationalist group that was concerned about our community and how we survive with dealing with all this racism and stuff like that. Well, listen.
Lori, ask the question, what do you work for the Independent Research Service? Well, exactly when did your own association with the CIA start, and in what fashion? Did they come to you, or did you go to them?
In 1958, when I came home from India, I discussed with student leaders, past and many of them active with student association, this kind of small foundation to encourage Americans to go. They thought it was a good idea too. I was then foundations and professors and friends that I should not do this, that I would get in trouble with the House Un-American Activities Committee, the American Legion, all of those 50s people. And I became convinced that it was impossible. It was at that point that the student leaders said to me that they had in the past received funds for international programs from the CIA, and that they felt that this was important and could also be partly funded by the CIA.
Well, I mean, did you feel that you really tried? I mean, did you go around to all of the wealthy private foundations, wealthy private people, and explain your point of view, and explain why you thought it was important that the United States be represented in a certain way? What did they tell you?
They told me that, well, the Ford Foundation, for instance, told me that they thought we were too liberal and too controversial, and that we would endanger their cultural programs in Austria.
Too liberal and too controversial.
It was not encouraging at all. And the private individuals to whom I...
Did y'all get that? Too liberal and too controversial. Was liberal anti-family, anti-everything, anti-man.
Went often had particular points of view to put forward, which would have been much, much more restricting than the CIA funds were, which were free. I mean, no one was told what to say.
I mean, they were free. You mean to say it was easier for you to work for the CIA than a private?
That's right. That's right. And the reason I think that comes as a surprise, as it did to me at the time. I mean, I had the conventional liberals' view of the CIA as a right-wing incendiary group, and I was amazed to discover that this was far from the case, that they were enlightened, liberal, nonpartisan activists of the sort who characterized the Kennedy administration, for instance.
You have not been working now for the CIA since 1962. Mm-hmm. You still criticize. You were down in Washington?
Yes, when the story broke that I had that I had for 4 years been a Central Intelligence agent, I was demonstrating outside the Pentagon underneath Mr. McNamara's office against bombing in Vietnam. And this didn't precisely fit with the image of a CIA agent, but then neither does the CIA.
Y'all got that? Did you get that? So that's Gloria Steinem working for the CIA. All right. So as such, one of the traits that they have is to, if somebody puts out the truth, you just put up a question mark. Well, is that the truth? They're not by making people question the truth. All right. But let's look at the truth real quick. All right. So here's some more numbers. Because, you know, simps like Mr. Kim don't like when I put these numbers up. All right. And I want y'all to make sense of these numbers here. Okay. When I put these numbers up, I want y'all to pay attention to the last section, when the first section where it says all custodial parents, then it says sex. It gives the standard error, right? All right, now you get the male on top and the female on the bottom. All right, so when you go and look at did not receive payments, all right, I want y'all to pay attention to that. When you look at did not receive payments, leave it up there for a minute. The percentage of, this is 2012. Remember, they say most black men ain't taking care of their responsibility. This is the demographic characteristic of custodial parents by award status and payments received in 2011. It came out in spring of 2012. All right. Parents living with children under 21 years of age, who other parent is not there. All right. So when you look at this, the percentage of females that did not receive payments was 25%. The percentage of males, that was the custodial parent, that did not receive payments was 32%. That means 75% or 74.9% of dudes was handling their business. But you know who wasn't handling business? The moms that were actually receiving the child support and all the rest of the stuff. All right. Understand this. All right. Understand this. These 4 children here, who these 4 children are, well, I'm going to tell you the story. Those 4 children were being raised by their grandma. All right. Those 4 children were being raised by their grandma. What happened to their grandma, I did a story about her, because the grandma heroically sacrificed her life to try to save those 4 children during a flash flood. But because it was just her, no husband, and she was raising her daughter's 4 children, and her daughter is fake crying on TV to try to show some emotion, just no tear, just that fake crying in a house full of Crip thugs. The house was full of gang members. She just lost 4 children and her mother. Or was it her great grandmother? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that story again. So these children ended up losing their lives in that flood because the grandmother didn't know how to save them all and keep them above water. You know what I can say about those children? They mama black. One of the saddest stories I ever did. Right? So let's look at some more numbers. Because, I like to break things down. Why dig all in the stupidity of that dude? The custodial mothers, these are reasons without legal child support. Did not want the child to have contact with the parent. 21%. If it's the male, it's 12%. So 21% did not want, they said no child support because I don't want them to see their father. I wanted to point that out real quick. So what does a child have to look forward to when being raised by these single, wicked black women? What do they have to look forward to? Well, poverty. In every race, no matter who's raising them, the worst place for a child to be is with a single mother. The best place is with the mother and the father, right? If that's a bad situation, there's a divorce, the next best place for the child to be is with the father statistically across all races. Hold on. And I looked into this further. This is across the world, at least the Western world. It's probably across the whole entire world. So the industrial world, these numbers bear witness that the next best place for the child to be in case of a divorce. Now, here's the thing. You got to understand this. I want y'all to understand this. The judicial system knows all these reports, but they don't give a F. Why? Because it's about money. All right, it's straight up about money. All right, so when these weak-minded simps come over here and try to trash my channel and stuff like that, I know that they're no better than the KKK. That's the way I see it. All right, because they're the only ones that I know that support falsehoods and want to keep them going to make themselves look bad. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to this. Okay, the custodial parent and the custodial mother, right? The custodial father is in orange. The custodial mother is in blue. All right. And this is the census.gov. All right. Now, I kept telling you that most Afro men pay their child support. We saw in another statistic that the one before this, where it showed that 25% is only 25% of black women that are not getting their child support. And guess who they screwing? The thugs, right? When you look at the child support statistic, 83% of the custodial mothers are getting their checks. What's the percentage of the custodial father that's getting their check? Roughly 16 to 17%. All right. Now, the sad part is these dudes like this Kim are hard up to try to come at me to say I'm lying, but see, I'm putting up facts. They putting up feelings, and they're not even putting up feelings. They're the liars, right? But they're more wicked than liars for this reason, that they are trying to use me to get more women to their thing so that they could keep this going, so that they could get that money from them. Oh, and trust and believe, them women will give them the money as they try to actually bash me and turn everything that I'm trying to do that's positive into a negative thing. That's why I don't mess with simps. That's why I'm highly suspect of brothers that try to come into my circle. If you notice, when I do things, when I go out here in these favelas and stuff like that, you know, I pretty much go solo. All right. Because really, you don't want to understand that somebody's the simp after they, you know, you know, after you in the favela for a minute, you know what I mean? And then just stuff come to light. You be like, oh my goodness, that dude's a simp. All right, these do everything that I did. Understand this. They had something evil to say about everything that, and with ignorant buffoons like that, you can't win. All right. If you have a woman that's a decent woman, they'll talk about it. If you don't have one, they'll talk about you. All right. If you don't go anywhere, they talk about how you ain't doing nothing but sitting behind your desk. If you're going somewhere, now they're talking about how I'm going all out to another country and being with another type of woman. You see how stupid and ignorant they are? And so while that dude is doing absolutely nothing but trying to make money off of what I'm doing, but outside of that, that dude is doing absolutely nothing. Nathan, he's not doing anything. All right. And so his only hope to try to make a buck is to try to slander my name. And he better be careful. See, because I could get up enough money to sue his behind. All right. And so, and that's his thing. Let me see where was. Let's see which one is this. All right. And so that's the thing, right? I don't know if this is going to show too well, but I'll make a video about all the good that y'all helped me do, right? But here's the thing. I'm trying to include the community. What's up, Rolando G? And he is trying to dismantle it. And this is why we don't need to let stupid Negroes like that see the light of day. All right. If I prove one thing, that when I kept telling you that most men take care of their children, I wasn't just saying that arbitrarily, because at one point I believed what everybody told me. Oh no, man, we need to step up. Like I was the only one stepping up. You know, we need to step up. We need to take care of our responsibility. Yeah, I was on that trip, and then I started looking into things. When I started getting into CPS life, when they told me about my nieces, and then I understood the impact that my mom had on her daughters, where all the daughters lost their children to CPS. And then I understood why, because they were effed up as parents. Why were they effed up as parents? Because they like to screw a man, but they didn't think they need one to raise a child. And they was on some stuff. At least two of them was. All right. And they still doing whatever. All right. You can't make a family with them. I avoid them. Oh yeah, and they have my Facebook page, and they know my channel. Why? Because I ain't afraid of them, and they know I'm telling the truth. All right. And it is what it is. CPS opened my eyes to how bad things were, and I kept wondering, why in the hell are judges do judges keep giving the child to the mother when they know for sure that the best place for the child to be is with the father? They know this for sure. All these numbers and stats that I put out. All right. All the numbers and stats that I put out. Understand this. I got from the CDC and all the rest of that stuff. All right. Um, we have nothing but vitriol coming from them. All right. We have signs everywhere, not just coming from me. They're putting them on billboards. The black woman has been doing such a just wonderful job of eliminating Afro men that a lot of the signs that I show you, like more than heart disease, more than cancer, more than black on black crime, more than accidents combined, number one of Afro, that didn't just come out my behind because I didn't create the thing. I found it on Google and showed y'all. All right. The other thing, the other myth, right? The other myth. Let's break the other myth. Why black women can't find a good man. All right. Before I put this chart up, come on, somebody tell me, why can't black women find a good man? Where are all the good men at for the black women? Where do they say all the good men at? They say all the good men, think about this, are gay or in jail. Think about it. So, how many men are actually in jail? How many men are in prison? How many of these good men are in prison? All right. And remember, I say the thugs and stuff like that, the thugs, they come out and they have multiple women right off the bat because black women literally think that somebody that robs, kills, destroys, and all the rest of that are good men. Now, remember, at the top of this, I said there's a difference between these simps and thugs. Thugs are dudes that just don't give a darn. All right. And women love them to death. The black women love them to death. Literally, some of the times, right? Now, hold on. Hey, DK Phantom, I'm about to blow your mind with this one, right? All right. So for all you brothers out there, all these black females trying to say that we all in jail. All right. I want y'all to understand something. This is from blackdemographic.org. Oh, wow. This dude actually go and look into the stuff. Oh, and they're starting to get concerned now because black women are the fastest rising prison population. Understand that. They are the fastest rising prison population. All right. So now y'all see the chart, right? Y'all see what it is. Now, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. In 2010, this includes sentenced prisoners under state and federal jurisdiction by race and sex. Hispanic origin, December 31st, 2000 to 2010. This excludes local jails, right? Now, when you include local jails, the total get to 801,000. Y'all remember the video I put out on the black woman education, the educated black woman, right? When you look at this, when you include jails, it's going to be 801,000 men incarcerated in local jails and or prison. Here is the question. If it's going to be 800,000 and if when you include the local jails, it get up to 801,000 and there's 500 and something, let's say 600,000 in the prisons. Why is it that the only men that that black women can find um, exist as only 1% of the population? Remember, there are 18 million Afro men in the United States, and we're declining because of abortion by black women, and because most of them are in that lifestyle. They ain't having children unless they have them from the thugs. Oh, and let me put something else up. Speaking of thugs, speaking of coming out of jail, speaking of the BAW new health standards on, love and affection, right? They want their love and happiness. All right. No, they don't. Speaking of all of that, see, these dudes don't know who they messing with when they come over to my channel. First of all, they're trying to siphon people off over here, as if you can siphon somebody off on YouTube. People over here will go over there and watch that channel and then come back after they figure out they're full of bull. All right. But if you take away the top blue, if you get rid of the top blue, all right, and those are men that had sex with men. They don't care if they're bi or straight. If you had sex with a man one time, you belong in that category. These are all the people that died from AIDS. Guess who the next largest population is when you get rid of the gay men? Yep, it's the heterosexual black woman. And because the heterosexual black man is dumb enough to run around and say, I only mess with black women. I don't care about decent women and stuff like that. All my sisters are queens. Well, those are the dudes that's in the 2700 category. All right, that's who those guys are. All right, so think about this. These women are only after about 1% of the male population. All of them will screw that guy, and they will screw him the way he learned to do it in jail. And then they will say they like it. Then they will make Facebook videos saying how straight dudes are just clowns because we don't like to go that route. Understand this. And then at the end of the day, as they're dying of all these diseases, as they're looking sorry, as dudes like me are coming up and standing up to the challenge of anybody that challenges my channel, and bring it to my attention, I will make you look stupid, because then I will come back and personally educate your dumb behind, Mr. Kim. All right. But I know the people that's viewing his channel don't want none of this, right? They don't want none of this. And Mr. Kim, all right, I know he pop over here because he talking about, oh, they complaining about the black woman. This isn't a complaint. I don't complain. My life is good. I mean, it's as good as it's gonna get, and it's better than most. And I ain't gonna sing that song. I won't complain, because I complain. That's how I get stuff done. I complain. Why ain't nobody doing much more for the children that can't get into the school in the favelas? So I did something. I was like, why don't these children in my neighborhood have enough stuff to play with? So I did something about it. If I don't have a complaint, then nothing's going to get done. Y'all understand how that works? If I do not have a complaint, then nothing will get done. When we stop complaining about stuff, that means either everything is okay or we gave up. All right. Nothing ever starts to get done until somebody has a complaint. You don't know anything's wrong until somebody has a complaint. And usually when somebody has a complaint, it's usually something that is tangible, can be written down, and it's basically something that can be fixed, right? Or can't be fixed. So if it can't be fixed, it needs to be thrown out. All right. So Mr. Kim, he's over at his channel trying to use my channel to get views. He is the one crying. He's crying that, ooh, his black queen. Or is he crying? Because, like, this is the truth here. And he's over there spitting out feelings and stuff like that, talking some BS. And he got a whole bunch of people to listen to it. Why? Is because the road to destruction is very, very, very wide. And only a few people want to hear the truth and make changes. The rest of them, they just want to feel good. Why? Because the black woman whipped that into their mind, and they can't think. They don't want to think. They're not capable of thinking for themselves. All right. So as I put this up, right, to let you know what these black women really are about, the Simps is going to be all up in the black woman's Kool-Aid. And they're going to stay there. All right. And they are going to complain about how that black queen is so beautiful. Why? Why is she so beautiful? Because she got a big butt. Here's the problem with that big butt argument. The problem is with it is, in most cases, right? In most cases, the big butt is silicone. Like fake. Like they went to these wicked women, paid them a little bit of money, got a few injections, all right, and bam, that's it. All right. They're admitting that they have no worth other than a big behind. no worth to anything other than the big behind. So thirsty are these women that they will take up the space and eat away at their son's life. You know, y'all remember this. The mom who went to her son's prom as his date and smiling about it because she didn't go to her prom. Did she slow drag with her son? Hold on, let's see. Hey, what's up, Sean William? Right. There, that sums it up the best. The black woman has broken all of the black children's mental tools when she kicked out the father. And they said, "Oh, we succeeded because he plays basketball." And then he's in the news for doing some stupid stuff or being used by the system because he can't think for himself. Like LeBron James, he didn't open no school. His foundation leaders, they're using him and his name. He don't know nothing about it. Derrick Rose opened a school. It's in Derrick Rose's name, and it is a charter school. It's not a public school with his name on it. You see what I mean? She is. All right. So basically, we're learning from what's going on in Georgia that the so-called super black queen of these super simps are increasing in HIV. They're dying at twice the pace of the black heterosexual woman is dying at twice the pace of age than the heterosexual male. That means she's going the gay dude, the bi dude, and they know that they're that way because they prefer them that way because they're doing the same thing with them that those dudes was doing with other dudes in jail. All right. Now, you heard me say that the problem with black women is they like thugs, but you ain't really heard me talk about the thugs, right? Because I'm not going to. Because thugs are thugs. They do what they do, right? If women prefer good men, then there wouldn't be that many thugs. Understand this. If black women prefer good men, then there would not be that many thugs. All right. Y'all better get an understanding. Thugs would not exist if all black women love was good men. All right, they just simply would not exist. All right, so I had one last thing to say about that, all of that, right? Did you ever notice? All right, and this is to any dude that come after any Afro man for who he laying pipe to. This goes out to all the D police. If you are so concerned about the community and the so-called blackness of the community, how come you don't attack this Caucasian man for being with your black queen? How come you don't check your black queen? Think about it. These dudes never go after the, they all about their queen, right? But until 2013, until 2013, black women have always outnumbered so-called black men when it came to interracial dating. The reason why black women are now in a tizzy, because the black men have realized that these women have been betraying them from the beginning. And so they're talking to whomever, whatever good looking woman comes up to them. Oh, guess who's approaching the dudes that have brains that travel and stuff? Is not the black woman. So now they're getting angry. Now they're trying to get them simps to check the good men. But here's the thing: the simps don't want none of us, either in a physical confrontation or a verbal one. Is because one, the only good place for that dude is on his own channel. But he can't leave that talking anything, because he'll get shut down. Oh yeah, and Hollywood is promoting the only one sided of the interracial stuff, and that's black woman to white man. But in real life, that mess is starting to get flipped. Is because the more the Afro men see it, right? The more the Afro men see it, the more we're like, you know what? They're gone, so we don't need them. What's up, Reese 813? We don't need them, right? Now, as far as for me, I can't believe somebody had the audacity to get upset that I travel and do stuff in other countries for people that look like me. But that Kim dude, he did. All right. But all his arguments fall flat. You know, see, I don't have to get up here and lie and fill out of stuff. I show y'all the charts. I show y'all the charts. And to a point so that you get an understanding um, based on, what it is, like the control error and all the rest of that stuff. All right. But at the end of the day, all right, I don't have time for these jack whacked up simps. All right. It's their own fault. Megadon sent me another story. These women killing these boys. All right. These women killing these boys. Oh, y'all remember this one. All right. This is the 16-year-old. Understand this. And the simps had no problem with this. And if they had a problem with anything, it should have been this story. The 16-year-old, they had that baby at her 17. He was a state senator in Virginia. You know, Virginia, where they had the Loving case, the first legal marriage of the interracial couple. Of course, white man to black woman. All right. But the simps, not the Caucasians, not anybody else, the so-called Negroes, the simps in the black community want to depolice the Afro man. Why? Because their slave master, the black woman, told them to. So they think they're the foremans on the plantation. Whereas this guy, this senator, took a plantation picture with this 17-year-old. And when I did the story on her and stuff, and how the father was upset, the mom tried to go off on the father, and he went back in on her publicly, saying and letting her know that he paid all the child support, put her through school and everything else, and she let her daughter do this. But see, that's why they didn't want that guy controlling his seed, because they knew that black woman would destroy the mentality of all these children to where they could be used as fodder by anyone. All right. Now, here's the thing. This is more than just damaged goods. This is wicked destruction that they're gunning for. All right. And I'm trying to tell you, this is real. All right. The senator name was Joe Morrissey, right? And again, these Democrats are just having their way with the stupidity of the community. They marched because of this. But nobody checked the mother who allowed this to happen. They marched against the Caucasian man. Black Votes Matter, say no to Joe Morrissey. Right? But nobody checked the mother who allowed this to happen. And so, and therein lies our problem, is we allow wickedness to go unchecked when it's a woman that's doing it. Period. Wickedness gets to go unchecked when it's a woman doing it. Hold on for a second. All right. None of these Jews check this girl. Y'all know who I'm about to put up. Nobody checked Crystalline Kerosene in the Simp Brigade. Shoot, she did anything she wanted. The woman that died, remember I told you about the 4 children? This was the flood that took the life of this woman and those 4 children. What was her daughter doing? Probably getting high with them thugs. Nobody checked the daughter. They went to there for comment, made sure they got good television with that fake crying. But at the end of the day, those children were lost. Just no help for them. These black women are nothing but trouble for the Afro community. If we have any kind of spirituality, we need to keep them away from us and the children. Up there playing, one's the man and one's the woman. All right. This is our problem in the hood, in the neighborhood. All right. Period. You're right, Daniel Porter. Demons, I don't think demons can cry. So at the end of the day, they want to be mad. They want to be mad at us when we get tired of their BS. All right. They want to get mad. They want to get angry. But we tired. We done. These women are toast. And they don't even like it. At the end of the day, when these simps get on there and try to lie on us men, we need to go back at them. But not on their channel. Sean Williams, the only way they cry is cutting onions. But not on them like that. All right. We need to just stop allowing them to make money off of our legacies. All right. This dude is clearly trying to make money or make his channel popular off of my name. All right. He got a lot of simps on his channel. Yes, yes. They could really dish it out. Yeah. They'd be like, oh, we found us a white man. He's the only good man in the world. And we ain't even like, you know, shoot, we ain't even bragging like that. We just like, man, we found us a woman that love us. She just happened to be white or Hispanic or other. All right. But I mean, this is their jealousy. They can really, and these are women. But here's the thing. I think this is where the jealousy lies. These are women that are actually running after and chasing these men. They're getting bleached. They're wearing weave. All right, they're wearing white woman's hair. They're doing everything possible. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, they're doing everything possible to try to attract these men away, even if they're just a piece of crap to them. Just to say they have them. Because back by law, the lynching law, and there was a couple of brothers who had relatives that was done in by the KKK that was called on them by their relative females in the family. All right, and see, this is the other secret, that a lot of these black women, like they're doing now, have always been having relationships with Ku Klux Klan members, with the Aryans and stuff like that, and they had husbands and stuff, and so when the husband didn't do something they wanted or did something they didn't like, next thing you know, he on a tree hanging. See, this is the true history of the United States. We've been done in by our own for such a long time, and we try to hide that. But it's time for all of that to come out now. So y'all saw all the graphs, all the charts and stuff like that. Now understand that that dude was in so much bull, it's pathetic. So I'm not the one to mess with. All right, because I'll call you on your bull. And see, I'm not like somebody that's going to argue with you about stuff, because I don't argue with simps. All right, they're not worth my time. And the reason being is this: it would profit nothing. They love being stupid, uninformed, so that and I don't know why, because we know why, because they're raised by the single black mother. So while they're relishing in being stupid and uninformed, let us get back to us, right? We doing us. Like I said, they was tripping over the donations. I don't beg y'all to donate. I just say, man, if you can, help a brother out. All right. And if you can't, I understand. And that's basically it. I understand. Cause shoot, half the times I'm there. You understand? I know what it is. Cause we coming up the same way. All right. We got a lot of women that come up with this natural stuff and sell us out on the back end. All right. And it's like we can do nothing else about it. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we start understanding that there is no place for the good Afro brother in American society. And the people that's making that very decision is not the current Caucasian governments or anything like that. It's the only our own betrayers. Remember, it's black women that's writing all these books. Thugs and the women who love them. Wahida Clark. All right. Honor thy thug. Wahida Clark. Somebody said this too, that oops, I think I might have overdone something. Did it again. Yep, I did it again. Wahida Clark did this book. Thug and the women who love them. All right, she did this book. And she made money off of it. All right. She made money off of this book. And she put the thought of romance into the minds of these black women. And the romance said that, oh, this is the way to go. All right. And now these women are disillusioned when things didn't work out that well. All right. They have forsaken the Most High. They have forsaken the good Afro men. They have forsaken their children. They have forsaken the man, family. They have forsaken natural affection to where they're no longer satisfied. They can't be satisfied. All right, they can no longer be satisfied. All right, so basically, at the end of the day, we'll leave them with their little thugs, right? But as for me, I don't have time for none of that crap. I don't have time for their simps either. All right, so y'all tell me what y'all think. You know, the comment section is still open. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to get them thumbs up and like, click the bell. And for those that like what I'm doing in the community and want to donate, my link will be in the description box. And you know, as I say always, take care of family first, though. All right. With that said, I'm out. Peace. Kind of losing my voice, y'all.